Well, we have some good news. It just continues going on. And just met with our team to get a brief of all the different sections. And I'm just really grateful for the team we have. You know, since I took office, I've led the way to make Georgia the most secure, free, and fair place to vote in the United States. And I think you're really seeing that today because the average check-in time is still 49 seconds, and the line time has dropped now to 1 minute. And yet, if you look at where we are right now at around 12 o'clock, it looks like about over 500,000 people have already voted. Just project that out, everything stays the same, then we'll be over 1.2 million. So look at the 4 million we had. So that kind of gives you an idea where we'll be at the end of the day. But it's all up to the voters. But I think there'll be more to come out. So it's a good day, and we're keeping those lines moving really quick. So with that said, don't know what else I can really add. From the standpoint of IT, we check traffic, and it's moving. And other than a couple of issues that I mentioned earlier, we're in pretty good shape. I don't know what else I can really add because lines are short, lines are moving, and check-in's really quick. I think it just shows you that people have confidence in the system. And that's really what it is. It's all about having a safe, secure, system. You want to make sure that your voter rolls are clean. I mentioned that I've done 2 audits of citizenship to make sure only American citizens on the voter roll. That builds confidence, builds trust, and that's really important. Then I think also having photo ID for absentee voting. That's something that we noticed that Minnesota had been doing for over 10, 15 years. Actually, never been sued by the Department of Justice. We were, and we incorporated that. But yeah, we pushed back and we went at the district level. And now it's under appeal, but we'll still continue to push back because we know it'll stand scrutiny of the court. Also, Nebraska and Kansas have been using that for years. Now there's 5 states, just including us, that do that. But that builds trust. And so wherever we can put trust in the process, but also have a great voter experience, we think that's really important. And so we're just really grateful for what we see right now. So if I have any questions, I didn't know if you had anything on your minds right now.
Any message for the Russians you alluded to earlier?
Well, we're pretty quick on our feet, and we catch them every time. And we've got some great federal partners that can look out over the horizon. And so we're grateful for the federal partnerships that we have, and they're with us today. It's really what their whole motive is to try and destabilize America. When you don't have much going for you, then if you can try and, destabilize America, then that's probably the best you can do. And so that's where they are. And there's not much I can do about that. They probably need better leadership and need a better direction. But America is a great country, and we just have a great economic opportunity here. So I'm just really grateful I'm an American, and I'm not from Russia.
Do you have any message for voters who might be worried about what they heard earlier?
Relating to?
The bomb threats.
Bomb threats? Well, as it relates to the bomb threats, really, we pretty well dispelled that very quickly, but we want to make sure everything stays safe. So law enforcement did go to every one of those locations, and all but 2 precincts, to our knowledge, did not stop any voting. And we had a couple counties that actually had postponed it for 30 minutes while they went through and did a check. But other than that, all the other counties just continued on with voting unimpeded.
How widespread was this? You said multiple threats?
It was just, the one, it was about 5 to 7 different precincts that were affected.
In one area?
Different areas, different counties. But that was this morning, and law enforcement jumped right on that. And we knew it was coming from a foreign state actor.
Speaking of the misinformation, right now the FBI just issued a warning about these videos and posts going around that, a hoax claiming to be the FBI is telling people to vote remotely because of all of these threats. Can you address that and what voters need to know about the fact that that's not a thing?
I would tell voters, if we don't post it on our website, that's probably not true, because we are only going to put out the facts. And if the FBI, puts that out that it's a hoax, you got to lean into something. I would lean into the FBI, because they're pushing back hard, just like we're going to push back hard on election interference, election disinformation. We want voters to understand to get out to vote, And we're making sure we have safe, secure environments. And we've been making sure been working on safe, secure environments for the last year with our security roundtables throughout the state.
Can I do one more question?
Sure.
Thank you. In terms of turnout, where in the state are you seeing the highest turnout?
Everywhere, just like we did in early voting, the percentages. It's, there might be one little county here for some reason it was slow in early voting, and now today it's maybe some other place, but it's by and large it's pretty much the same all over. So it's really good to see. Georgians trust the system, and because we keep those lines so short, I think there's lots of smiles on faces, so they don't not spend the whole day there, and that's just something I believe in. It's like whenever you have to do something in life, you can make it fun. It'd be a whole lot better, and so maybe the post office can take a page out of our book. Well, thank you.
Can you provide some more specifics on the law enforcement agencies that have responded to the bomb threats and how you know it's from Russia?
Can't do that right now. You probably would have to contact, federal officials on that. But thank you so much. I appreciate your time.